subscribing and also sharing this video. So we all know that our dear Duane Eddy passed away, and that was on Tuesday, 30th of April, at the age of 86 years. And the news was actually confirmed to us by his dear wife that this guy, died in Franklin, Tennessee hospital. So the cause of death for our dear Duane Eddy, or the legend, is known to be cancer. So in this video, I want us to, to try as much as we can to remember the legacy of our dear Duane Eddy, of which so many musicians recalled him as the first guitar god because of the talent and the skills this guy had when playing guitar. So Eddy exploited the popularity of instrumental music in which that era to create a string of hits, which started in 1958 with a label Rouser and went on to include Peter Shazam, 40 Miles of Bad Road, and Because They Are Young. So few did more to encourage a new generation to take up the guitar, not least because he made it sound simple. So this guy actually, when playing guitar, you would think that, it is just a simple matter that you just go and get the guitar and, start doing what he was doing. But in actual sense, he was just talented. So unlike most guitar heroes, particularly those of subsequent eras, Eddy never indulged in exhibitions of speed or technical dexterity, yet the influence of his sound extended to Ennio Morricone's soundtrack for Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns and Bruce Springsteen Born to Run. So the first album for our dear Duane Eddy, compiling Eddy's early hits, was released in 1960 and was boldly but not inaccurately titled 1 Million Worthy of Trunk. So 2 years later, a second volume would claim to contain a further $1 million worth by the time Eddy made an album featuring guest stars, and that was back in 1987. So the admirers were, Eddy was born in Corning, which was a small town, that was in New York State, to Alberta and her husband, Alfred Eddy, who drove a bread delivery truck and later managed a grocery store. So by Duane's early teenage years, the family had moved to Arizona, first to Tucson and then settling in Coolidge. He had begun playing the guitar at the age of 5 years, and at 16, Eddy Duane formed a duo called Jimmy and Duane with a friend. So while broadcasting on the local radio station, they made the man who would become the key influence on Eddy's career, a disc jockey named Lee Hazelwood, a Korean war veteran who had ambitions as a songwriter and record producer. So soon after, Eddy Duane and his friend were joining a country band, Buddy Long and the Western Melody Boys, but the producer by that time for Eddy Duane had greater plans for both of them. So in 1957, Eddie Duane traded his Gibson Les Paul guitar for a brand new, that was 601 Chet Atkins model, a whole body single cutaway instrumental with prominent F holes and bigs by tremolo arm retaining at a price of $385. With that cherry red guitar and under Hazelwood's, that was the supervision, and with the finance arranged by Lester Seal, the producer's business partner, Eddie and a group of session musicians recorded 4 tunes in a Phoenix studio that Hazelwood had modified by adding echo chamber made from a 2,000-gallon water tank. So I don't want to talk much about this, but all what I can say is that I was a fan of our dear Duane Eddy because of the music and how this guy actually played guitar. Like, I could also sit down and watch this guy playing guitar, and I was kind of, surprised for the talent this guy had. But on the sad note, the Almighty decided to, call him back to where he came from. But all in all, what I can tell you is that I send my condolences most especially to the fans, the family of our Duane Eddy, plus the friends, because all what I know is that you guys are passing through a very difficult time. Rest in peace, our dear Duane Eddy. Trust me, you've gone, but you'll never be forgotten. Because personally, I won't say that it will never happen, but I don't believe that in time to come, maybe we might have another guitar god like you, the late Duane Eddy. So thank you so much for watching my video. I remain the CEO or the person behind HMTV. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.